Welcome to the class. Today is the 11th day of November 2017, 8 p.m. where I am in my location in Ogun State. I welcome you all to class. Who knows what is special about today, 11th of November? Anybody? Will you do you know?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Today is the Armistice Day. Armistice. That's when First World War ended. And it's really a day of celebration, a day of joy. Almost like about 1918, that will be close to 100 years. So happy Armistice Day. But we're not here for armistice, we're here for cybersecurity. And between the time between the time the war ended, the first war ended, and now a lot of things have happened. And it's now not physical war. Of course, there's that. North Korea and the US spoiling for a fight. But cyber warfare is quite hot now. So we're going to be looking at cyber security, and our presentation sequence will be like this. We'll have Busayo. You'll begin the presentation, and Gbileyi will follow. Solomon, if his system will be active today, will follow. Uchenna will follow. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's good. It's actually coming up quite nice. We have our guest, Professor Nino Oyekale, there, but we've asked him not to put on his video. I think the video is still on. So he will just listen to us today. Tomorrow, next class, which will be, I think, on Monday, he will be giving us his guest lecture. So, if you are ready, I'm ready. Are you ready, class?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
so,
sir, we are ready, sir.
Okay, Busal, tell us the time stamp on your presentation. What time stamp do you have?
8:09 yesterday morning.
Yeah, 8:09 yesterday morning. So let's try to locate. Yes, I'm there. 8:09 Busal. Yeah, that's it. So, Busayo and the others, as you know, we are going to run each presentation will run for 8 minutes. By the time you are 6 minutes down the road, I'll warn you, and by 8 minutes you just must stop talking, and we'll then take questions thereafter. So, Busayo, you have the floor.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Minutes.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, my fellow colleagues. I would like to present to you. Yeah, I would like to present to you issues in cybersecurity. You see, there are so many issues in cybersecurity.
Good point.
Firstly, we need to know what cybersecurity is all about. Cybersecurity is actually a body of technology.
Are you taking us through your slides? Have you forgotten so quickly?
Yes,
this man.
Okay. I'm on slide 2 where I said what is cybersecurity. Slide 2. Now, cybersecurity is actually a body of technologies, a body of processes and practices that are actually designed to protect a network, computer programs, and data from attack, damages, or probably unauthorized access. Obviously, cyber attacks are becoming more common, and we have actually had cases of companies apologizing to their customers for loss of private information. So there are so many issues on cybersecurity. On my next slide, now there are issues in cybersecurity. Okay, now the first issue is what I called better end user education. If you look at all this, I have shortage of cybersecurity professionals, the reverse deception tactics, sophisticated phishing, strategic use of cyber attacks and cyber espionage, and the DDoS for higher services. Now, on my slide 4, where I have better end user education, you see, most hackers take advantage of weak password and unpatched software and use this sophisticated phishing technique to steal away vital information. This is the reason why most companies or most organizations really need to get a very rigorous in their security trainings for their employees at every level, so that they can actually know how to detect most of these attacks. Now, another issue again is that we have shortage of cybersecurity. You can see that in my slide 5. That is shortage of cybersecurity personnel. Now, another issue is that we don't have enough people that are actually focused on security. What we have are software-related professionals, but fewer people are not cybersecurity specialists. And this shortage is part of the reason why security-related professionals are actually among one of the most highest paid professionals in terms of a computer profession. Now, in my slide 6, now according to Essential Security Reports, now they actually outline several methods that hackers or attackers of a system are using to gain access and steal data and even make money. Now, according to this Essential Security Report, they stated the following method. 1, reverse deception tactics. They actually stated sophisticated phishing campaigns, the use of cyber espionage and DDoS for IaaS. For IaaS. Now, let's take the first one, reverse deception tactics. Now, in this case, the hackers use what we call the anti-analysis code and the steganography and the command control servers to hide stolen data. Now, most of this anti-analysis code, are used by attackers to actually disturb and disassemble the operating environment of the user information. Now, they also use this anti-analysis code to monitor if there's any anti-tracking for debugger on the user system. Now, on the other hand, you can say steganography is the hiding away of secret messages within an ordinary message. Steganography and cryptography, they are almost the same thing. But just that the difference between this steganography and cryptography is that steganography takes cryptography to a step further by actually hiding an encrypted message so that no one will actually suspect if it exists, or which means that if anyone is actually scanning your system at that particular time, there will not be any signal as to whether there is an encrypted data or not. Now, even today, we have various deception in various forms, such as even a malware masquerading as a vendor security update. Now, the second one is the sophisticated phishing, which you can find in our slide 8. Sophisticated phishing. Now, sophisticated phishing campaign is an attempt to obtain sensitive information such as username, password, and credit card, often for probably a malicious reason. For instance, now you can have a phishing email disguising as an official email sent to you from somebody you know. Now, the sender of such email probably is actually attempting to trick you or to trick the recipient into revealing some confidential information by confirming it probably at the official website. Now, that case is other issue is the cyber espionage, which you can find in our.
Okay, Busayo, you have 2 more minutes. You have 2 more minutes to.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
It's like now. Cyber espionage are actually going to used by nation and other political actors to achieve their political disruption. Now, it's on my slide 10. On my slide 9, where I have the cyber security preventions. Now, however, there are immediate actions companies, organizations can take to protect their computers against malicious way and to reduce the impact of security breaches. For instance, organizations must actually adopt proactive prevention. Employees must be trained to recognize the emerging threats. Doing this can actually help the organization to head off any potential problems and actually help to mitigate any potential damage. Also, we can also have the case of elevating emails control. Spam filters must be present, and authentication must be made so that email is actually protected. Email can also be scanned to actually determine if there's any potential threat. And also, a user or an organization can also isolate their infrastructure, patching of their app and operating system, and actually ensuring that firewalls and virus scanners are configured.
Your time is up.
That's actually and my last slide I have my references. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Busayo. Yeah, so we have just 2 minutes to react to Busayo's presentation, and we're going to be very brief, and I'll go from my left to the right. Solomon?
Mr. Busayo, Mr.
Mr. Busayo.
Just go ahead, ask your question, Solomon, quickly.
I want to say a big thank you for the job done, and
your question quickly, yes.
Yes, sir. I want to ask, how can we, maybe we are opportune to get to a cyber cafe to do one thing or the other.
Good.
And we see people engage in different activities in the cyber cafe. How can we quickly identify some of these crimes that you just mentioned, like the phishing in the first instance? How can we identify that this person is engaging in this kind of...
okay, thank you. Uchenna. Okay, she's not online. Gbeleyi.
Yes, thank you, Busayo. My question is simply, do we have cybersecurity as a course in Nigerian universities?
Gbeleyi, wonderful. Well done. Well done. Dimolawa.
Yes, my question goes to that all these ads that we see on the internet, where they tell us to click and go to some website, is it also a form of phishing?
I can't hear you clearly. Please come again. I can't hear you clearly. Come again. Your voice is cracking.
There are some websites that you visit,
okay,
and then they provide a link that you click that after redirect you to another website. Is it also a form of phishing? Because I think they also try to extract information, but I don't know if it also falls under phishing.
Okay, thank you. Professor Yekale, I want to ask a quick question. Just a quick question, very quick. Okay, we can't get Professor Yekale now. Busayo, well done. Excellent. I said well done. Excellent presentation. Only that I have a number of issues with your slides. You said it very clearly that there are several issues. You just pick a couple of them. We're going to have each of the issues that you mentioned. We'll dig in deeper into them over the course of the coming days. So overall, it's quite good. What I've found is that there are several spelling errors, spelling errors on the slides, which you need to watch out for. So respond to the questions from Solomon, Gbeleyi, and Demola. Yes.
Okay. Solomon, thank you for that question. How can we identify phishing email? You see, the answer to that question is the moment you start receiving email from people you really don't know, people you don't actually subscribe to their site, and they actually send you an email asking you to submit some sensitive information, then you should know that that kind of a site is attempting to steal away certain information from you.
Okay, so that's fine. No, it's fine. Take Gbeleyi's question. Go on. He knows the answer.
Now, do we have cybersecurity as a course in our university? I really cannot, but I think we can actually go online to Google more on this question. I will also find
Busayo, this will be almost like 200 times that will tell you to pronounce that thing as Google. You can never change. I wonder when that's going to happen. Did you hear him just now again? Google. No, we have said it. We have said it too many times. I'm going to answer the question. Now we do not have as a course. We do not have it like standalone. We have it as a few topics in some of the computer science courses. But you see, it's coming up with a great deal of visibility. And I'm been asked by the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission to coordinate a review of the curriculum of the Nigerian university system. And he and his management at NUC have decided that we're going to have ICT as a whole faculty in our university. So we're going to have now faculty of ICT. And cybersecurity is going to be a major program. So there'll be several courses there. So as we stand, the end is just scanty, but because of the visibility that cybersecurity is bringing up in the world today, we're elevating it to the level of a program. And you know, this of course we didn't have cybersecurity in it, so I just thought that we should expand it to make it more contemporary. You see, these courses, you will notice, look, the topics that we have there are almost all going stale as a basic secretary. I mean, that's all going very stale. That's what I taught to the master's class about 15 years ago. So I've just decided to put in, there's some echo now. I've just decided to put in cybersecurity because of the emerging importance of that. So thank you again, Busayo. Bile, you have the floor. Can you give us the timestamp on your file?
Thank you, sir. My timestamp is 8:26. Yesterday, 8:26 a.m.
8:26 a.m. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you all try to locate it so that we will. Yes, I've seen it.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, Bile, you have the floor.
So, when do I...
Bile, you have the floor.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, class.
Good evening, Mr. Agbeleyi.
Moving straight to the second slide, which is my outline for your view. And from there, I go over to the third slide, which is just a brief introduction of the topic, just to inform the class that it has been passed into bill 2 years ago by the former president. I move over to the fourth slide, which is the definition. And I quickly want to split the word cybersecurity into two, which the cyber simply means technology, system, network, programs, and personal data. While the security has to do with protection, system protection, network protection, application and information protection. So I move over to the next slide. Are we there? On slide
Yes, go ahead.
We
Yeah.
have two.
Very good.
Yes.
So, on slide 5, right, I'm briefing the class about the problems, the loss due to cyber crimes in the country and outside the country. Let me briefly talk about the federal government that estimated around 0.08% of country's gross or GDP, which represents around 127 billion loss in Nigeria. And we can see for our view other cases in other countries. So I move over to the next slide, which has to do with some cases of cyber crimes in Nigeria. But I just want to mention that of education, which has to do with WAEC. Are we there?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes, we have
Yes, I know. We all have been hearing or have read over times about cases of hacking, WAEC questions. Students now go over cyber cafes to print out questions before exam. It's a result of this issue we are treating tonight. So I move over to the next slide, which has to do with the various types of cyber crimes in our society. But I will not be able, because of my time, to go all over this. But I would like to pick out some of it which are familiar in our society, particularly the one on the left-hand side, which is tagged Nigeria letter 419. Some have even upgraded it and say it is 410. The ones in our schools and in our universities, computer vandalization. These occur when an intruder removes valuable information from the computer system. The intruder prevents the legitimate user or owner. Another one which is particularly and very close to our institution, that is prominent in Alaba International, that is piracy. I must confess to this class that some of my software on my system are also pirated. So it's easy. For one to fall as a victim. So I move over to the next slide, which is slide 8. Are we all there?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Very good, class. So on slide 8, this is just the cybersecurity life cycle. And we have the protect, detect, respond, recovery, review, and identity. Protect simply means develop measures and policy measurable to risk policy or profile. Detect, staff awareness and reporting. Response, follow business continually proceed. procedures, identify the source of the breach. Then the recovery has to do with deploy full fix when any problem comes up. Review has to do with the update of internal policy and procedure. Why the last one, identify, simply means identify the key assets of your business or your organization. So we'll move over to the next slide, which is slide 9, advantages of the topic. And I just want to pick one out of it. It will defend us from hackers and viruses. And I think this is major. If we can stick to these advantages, then hackers will have to go to bed. The next slide has to do with challenges. Challenges there.
Good.
Yes, we have 4 or 5 there, but I think the first one is okay for our review. Lack of a central database and a national domain to regulate the inflow of online information. And thank God for our distinguished professor who has gone ahead with the NUC in trying to regulate the policy. And I also believe this will help the masses. So my next slide has to do or be on a lighter note based on the question I asked the presenter, Mr. Busayo. Other universities are leading, and we can borrow a lead from them. That is a Nigerian for you, Christian Isuako, who became the youngest and the first ever African American at the University of Colorado, bagging a PhD in security engineering. And the last slide is my references, and I will employ the class to watch the 4th reference, which has to do with YouTube. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Billy. Yeah, I'm impressed with the improvement that you all have in terms of your slides and the presentation. You're meeting the time very well. We say 8 minutes, you are doing within 8 minutes. These are students I'm very, very proud of. If I had my way, I'll just give you your master's certificate right now. But you've done very well. I'm quite impressed with you people. Yeah, so let's have questions for Billy. Demola Lawal, do you have a question for him?
Mr. Killer has done it. And I like his relating to our real life when he was talking about 410. I was thinking about it to add something that, what about those that try to scam using the telephone call? Is it also a form of cybersecurity? Is it also a form of cybercrime?
Good point.
Using telephone calls to step users.
Yeah, good point. Yes, Uchenna, are you there? We can't hear.
My question is, on the slide on the 7th slide, he said something about, types of cybercrime, and one of them is the Ponzi stroke pyramid structure. We had a lot of Ponzi schemes in Nigeria. Was there something the Central Bank of Nigeria did to curb that Ponzi scheme that was in progress then?
I don't follow your question. What's the question now?
The question is, he wrote types of cybercrime.
Yes, we had that. Hold on, we had that. Were you part of that one too? That one that people were making millions?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So what's the question about Central Bank?
My question is, was there something in the Nigerian government or the CBN now? Was there something that they did to help reduce that cybercrime in Nigeria?
Busayo, thank you. Yeah?
Okay, so, yeah, thank you, Mr. Bilay, for that wonderful presentation. On your slide 10, you said Ghana has been ranked 7th in the cyber fraud in the world and 2nd in Africa after Nigeria. If this is not checked, there's a possible socioeconomic shutdown. I just know, is there any evidence or any source you can actually lead me so that I can actually get this information from?
All right, thank you. Okay. Solomon?
Sir, Billy, I want to comment your presentation, but you said something that is catching, that even you encourage piracy by buying pirated CDs.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. No, he didn't say that. It's not encouraging. No. He didn't say that. The way he said that, he said not that he's encouraging it. He said he also is
our programs installed in his system that are pirated.
Yeah.
So if he buys, and that's why I'm making that comment. So, sir, with due respect, what I'm just saying is that since we know that it's not something nice, so, and now we have been able to get this exposure, so it's like we have to desist from from it so that it will not
All right,
affect
thank you. Start from you, Solomon. All the Microsoft Office suite that you have, go and purge them and go and buy Office 365 for. I think I buy mine every renewal is about $300 and something dollars or something per year. So you go and buy that. Bele, you have the floor to respond.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your questions. Starting from the first question from Mr. Demola Lawa, scam via phone calls, they are also under cyber
Correct.
crimes
Correct.
because they are online.
Correct.
And the second one, which has to do with the CBN, yes, it's not only the CBN that is trying to pass a rule or regulation to try to curb. Other organizations have been trying their own part, but they have been falling victim one way or the other. But thank God that it has been passed into law, and very soon, with the progress of the NUC and our distinguished professor, we will still get to the best cure for cyber security.
Thank you.
Then the last question, which has to do with Mr. Busayo's question. Yes, the best part to lead you to is Google. If you pronounce it very well, use the machine to get the link. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bele. I really appreciate you. You are a star student. So by the listing, I think Uchenna is next. Uchenna, what's the timestamp on your presentation?
7.
If you're not ready, can we take on somebody else?
I'm ready, sir.
So give us the timestamp.
So my timing is wrong, but I just sent it this evening, sir.
Then check
My
it on
timing
the.
is wrong.
There's no timing is wrong. The
My
thing.
timing is wrong.
No, there must be a stamp on it. I think it's 7:57.
If I tell you it's
Okay, 7:57.
7:57. That is when you send
Okay,
it.
that's fine. So let's load it. Is it even loading here? Is it loading on your machines? Because I can't get it to load. It's showing cancelled in mine. Let me see. Yeah, okay, it's coming up now. Yeah, I can see the guy there. So you have the floor, Madam Ugoke Uchenna.
Okay, sir.
8 minutes.
Good evening, my able professor. So speaking about this topic, let me just quickly go to my second slide where I define cybersecurity. And I define it as a way of protecting our computer systems from theft and damage. It's not just about protecting what we have online. We have to be sure that even the end users, those using the system, will be safe from the people who are trying to take something from them and all that. Moving on to my third slide, I'm going to look at elements of cybersecurity, and I'm going to explain a few of what I've written here. So I'll start with application security. And application security has to do with measures taken to improve the security of an application, often by finding, fixing, and preventing security vulnerabilities. So I'll explain network security too. Network security has to do with policies and practices adopted to prevent and monitor unauthorized access, misuse, modification, or denial of a computer network and network accessible resources. Then finally, I'll talk about end user education, because we can't talk about cybersecurity without making sure that people who are using computers are safe. If you understand what a virus can do to your system, you're going to be very careful about opening things online.
Excellent.
If you understand that somebody out there is trying to rob you of your money through the internet, you'll be able to know how to be careful. So no matter what we do and the end user is not properly informed or educated, then cybersecurity will not move as fast as it should. Moving on to my fourth slide. In 2017, cyber threats and countermeasures took the following dimensions, and I'm going to talk about a few of them too. I won't talk about everything. So we had the rise and fall of cyber Ponzi schemes. With the recession we had in Nigeria in 2016, we had several schemes that promised unbelievable financial returns on investment. A lot of people went into this. In fact, we were so hungry in Nigeria then, a lot of people had to go. The popular one was the
MM or something.
Yes.
MMM.
A lot of. So moving on. Let me talk about the ransomware. The ransomware is a kind of cyber kidnapping. It doesn't involve kidnapping human beings. It's a kidnapping of data.
Good.
Instead of people. And then ransom is paid for the data to be made available.
Yeah.
So it's a form of stealing information from probably major companies or individuals that have information that are of value. People tend to have access to this information, and then if you don't pay a particular amount of money, they don't give back that information to you. Then we also had the rise in Internet of Things. It's compromised the rise of the Internet of Things. Yeah. Now this one is quite interesting because according to the World Economic Forum, hacking the location data on a car, for instance, is merely an invasion of privacy. But hacking the control system of a car will be a threat to life. So you find out that it's kept people. It's somehow compromised the rise in Internet of Things. Because people are not worried about, like when we were discussing about Internet of Things, I remember saying that when everything is connected and somebody goes into hacking into a particular system, a lot of things are going to go wrong. Because we have a lot of things about why is cybersecurity needed in Nigeria? You see, we talk about advanced free from we talk about they're not minor though, but we have a lot of things.
Yeah, go on. Okay, are you out of action there? Can you still hear her?
No, sir.
Okay, fine.
No,
so
sir.
we may have to. Okay, she's coming on now.
We talk about in.
You have 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Yes, we can hear you. But you have 2 more minutes.
Okay, the fifth slide now. Why is cybersecurity? That we have we are talking about advanced fee for that's the 419. We are talking about Ponzi scheme and all that. But there are more important things or things that are a little bit more daring that can cause problems in Nigeria. Like we have the cyber terrorism, we have the cyber warfare, and the cyber espionage. The definition of all those things I've listed are there on the slide for you to look at and see what we are actually facing for security. Why is it? We have cybersecurity strategies in Nigeria. One adage in information technology says, secure and control what you innovate. Sometime in May 2015, the cybercrime bill was signed. Then also, one of the strategies is also what the Central Bank of Nigeria did. It requested that financial institutions submit their cybersecurity framework. I think that's what is a very beautiful thing for them to do.
One more minute. One more minute.
Okay, sir. They have the Central Bank of Nigeria requested that the financial institutions submit their cybersecurity. And on my 7th slide is my conclusion. We look at these questions and we ask ourselves, what can be done? What is the way forward? These are the things that the Nigerian government can look at and see what they can do about cybersecurity to make sure that it's working effectively. Then finally, I have my references.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Uchenna. Yes, we've listened to third presenter. Can we take some questions? Solomon.
Uche, well done for the job. Well, you've just finished doing. I want to say that you mentioned some issues. How, as an individual, what would be your take on this matter? That you can say, if maybe the government will be called upon to say, okay, make a suggestion how to counter this problem. What would be your take on this issue?
Busayo.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Uche, for your presentation. On your slide 3, you listed the element of cybersecurity. Can you probably throw more light on the word operational security? What does it really? How is it an element of operational security? Thank you.
Billy.
Yes. What measure can a government like WAEC take? What measure can they take against cybersecurity?
Okay. Not against it. What measures, what cybersecurity measures can they take?
Yes.
Yeah, we understand you.
Cybercrime.
Yes, that's fine. Adimola Lawal.
Yeah, I wanted to ask her. She mentioned all these Ponzi schemes. So I want to say that how do we curb Ponzi schemes? Because these people, they actually go there themselves willingly to put money into all these Ponzi schemes.
That's
So
correct.
because the cyber crime, how can we actually curb it? How can we tell people? I don't know.
Yeah. Professor Yekale, do you have a question for us at this stage? Okay, it's not coming on. So, Madam Uchena, can you respond to these questions quickly?
I'll start with Mr. Abam's question. He said, "What's my take on this?" My take is that everybody should just be as careful as possible. In as much as the Nigerian government is trying its best to see that it can help us, everybody should just do their own part. I as an individual, I have to make sure that number one, when it comes to issues of posing scheme, I don't involve in it because anything can happen. It's quite a risky endeavor. So if I believe, if I'm educated, if I understand that this thing, so doing so and so can put me at risk to a cyber fraud or whatever, I'll just have to be careful about it. And the people around me, I also talk to them. Now, you asked the question, what is operational security? Operational security is a process that classifies information as assets. That is, it determines the controls required to protect your assets. You have to be sure of how to control probably the information you have or the things you're putting online, your data. It's just a process of classifying information. Make sure that you have actually organized it to know that these are the things that can be too risky for me to put in the public domain. A very good example is like some of the things that people put up on social media. You find out people putting information about themselves. You are going to this place, you are going to that place, or whatever. You have seen if somebody wants to get you, they start from there. If somebody wants to get you, from you. You have already told them that okay, I'm as rich as so and so, and they can. So, Beleyi, I didn't get your question.
Okay, don't worry. Beleyi will ask you outside the class. Let's move on quickly. Well done, Uchena, for all the responses. We'll take on Solomon now. Solomon, what's the timestamp on your file? Pardon?
AM today. 6:54 AM today.
6:54 a.m. Okay. Can you all locate it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've seen it myself. So yes, Solomon.
Sir?
Yeah, just 1 second. You've done a little bit to reduce the verbosity on your slides, but it's still heavy. Like your introduction, you still have the cut and paste from Microsoft Word. But I'm sure as you progress, you will improve. Yes, go on.
Good evening, class.
Yes.
Mr. Solomon. Yes, I am here to talk about issues of cyber security as it regards the country Nigeria.
In 8 minutes.
Yes, sir. Today we know that businesses in Nigeria operate in different forms, ranging from industry, government, non-profit organizations. They make use of the internet more to simplify their businesses, and ranging from different operations like sorting documents, summarizing documents, coding, editing, customizing, generating reports in a real-time process mode. I'm in slide 2. I'm going to slide 3. In slide 3, because of this, there are a lot of issues coming up due to this operation that people engage in every day in business. And because of that, we are faced with unintended consequences. And most of the things that we don't bargain for happen. And these things are like criminal identity theft, a whole lot of cyber migrants perpetrating their own inhuman acts because of the continual operation that is now based on internet or cyberspace. Now, because of that, I want us to look at some definition. What do we mean by cyberspace? What do we mean by cyber security? What do we mean by cyber crime? Cyberspace is just a borderless space that we also refer to as internet. While cybersecurity is the body of rules that we put in place for the protection of the cyberspace. Then the cyber crime itself is series of organized criminal attacks.
Yes.
Number 5. Now, this crime, as I've said earlier, is properly organized or sophisticated organized by individuals that intention. And this has caused a lot of trouble in the economy or national security. And because of this, to this end, NCC, that is Nigeria Communication Commission, held an open report forum. That was in October 2017. To sanitize the public by creating more awareness about this very menace and letting people to get familiar with some of the things that if they see, they should know that this is what is going on. That kind of open door meeting was to help a lot of people in the country. Now in slide 6, I want to look at categories of crime in a cyber crime. Then we have hacking. As we all know, hacking is one of the commonest crimes that we always hear about on the cyber world, where people get into your informations, credit card, and all what that you can ever think about or imagine, taking things without your own consent. And we have cyber theft. Today we see a lot of things. People will tell, I have not gone to the bank, but they have withdrawn my money. Who did that? The bankers cannot give reports. They don't know. But people are busy using the internet to work and viruses. People also write computer virus and send into other people's computer in order to be able to gain access to their vital information.
You have 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes.
We have cyber harassment and web fraud. Now I'm moving to emerging cyber in Nigeria. Many of the people these days, they claim they are charity site or organization. They post website where people will donate money, and yet they are not such people. And when you send us money, at the end of the day, you not see them. Another issue we have that is common to is might somebody have an accident along the road, and the news broke out. Some people will come out to tell you that yes, they know him, all his belongings, they are next of kin. That is common also within the range of people. And also lottery scam. People will just send you message, I want this, so for you to get what you have won, you have to pay this.
1 minute more. 1 minute more, Solomon. You have used your time very badly today, very badly. Go ahead, yes. 1 minute more.
I want to quickly look at some of the challenges in cyber security. Crime. Is unemployment. Some of the challenges or causes, if we may say, poverty rates, corruption, low standard, national central control, and corruption of the internet. Those are some of the problems. But because of time, I cannot be able to go deep into these things. So solution, let me just go through solution. In solution, we need more education to educate our people so that they will be aware of what is happening, and also for them to know that what they are doing or what people are addresses have to be tracked by government to ensure that people are not using what is not theirs to dupe others. Now, antivirus and anti-spyware should be installed in most of the computers.
Your time is up.
Should be also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Solomon. Well done, Solomon. As I mentioned to you, you used your time very poorly today because you went on to be defining cyberspace. You know, this is, look, you have to know your audience. It's just like by making a presentation to teachers and saying that, okay, now let's define teachers or let's define teaching. You are making a presentation, Solomon, to a master's class. People have first degrees in computer science and they're doing masters. So you can't now be talking about, you spend too much time talking about cyberspace, cybersecurity, and also 4 people presented before you. So they have all said all of these things. So you didn't impress me at all in time management. You had very good slides. Towards the end, you had very rich information that you will have shared. But that is neither here nor there. So, Busayo, your question.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Solomon, for that wonderful presentation. I just want to ask, how can we really identify cyber threats and how can we address them? Thank you.
Bele.
Okay. My question is on the ISPs that we have in Nigeria.
Yes.
Are they supporting cybercrimes? MTN are falling victim from their illicit way of deducting our money. Thank you. Okay.
Dimalawa.
Yeah, he was talking about the government that they should have details of the citizens. I think they do. When you register for your national ID card, they have your address, your age, and your occupation. And also the NCC, when you buy a SIM card. So I think that's also a form of getting the information of citizens. So I just wanted to let him know.
Okay, that's fine. Professor Yekale, anything to add at this stage? Professor Yekale, Yekale. Okay, we can't get him on. Let me take on that of Lawal. Lawal is right, but I tell you, it's just a minuscule proportion. There's still a large number of Nigerians out there that are not captured on the ID card. Do you have a national ID card yourself? You don't. Many people don't. Many people don't have this. At the cybersecurity conference that Professor Yekale and I attended, national, very well organized conference, a 4-day conference on cybersecurity in Abuja. This matter came up and it said large number of people are not captured. Anyway, Busayo, you provide Solomon. Please respond to the questions. 2 questions here.
For the Busayo question, how can we identify this crime and curb them? If you go to cyber cafes that I have seen, you see young men and women watching pornography. It's one of the crimes. That people go to a public setting like that.
Yes.
Worldwide.
Yes.
And then, what can we do? If our law enforcement are encouraging people to be able to report cases that are of that nature,
yes,
at least we can call the attention of the police to come and address issues like that.
Okay,
so
sorry, Solomon. If the policeman that's alerted about some kids using the computer in a way that shouldn't be used, committing cybercrime or watching pornography, and the policeman arrives the cyber cafe, maybe the one that you own, and the policeman first of all will watch we join in watching first, and then when they give the man some little money, he will just move away. So enforcement is another matter. But go on. Yeah.
So I believe with that it will reduce. I've also been at one point or the other seen this happening when people just go there in a cyber cafe, have nothing, no serious business.
Yeah.
They'll be doing all sorts of things like this dating. You see boys engaging into what is awkward. Today we call gay issues. I've seen that even in Akoi. A day I was marveled at myself when starting with other men. So in a nutshell, the government have to continue their good work.
Yeah. Okay.
Sensitizing the society, letting the young generation, most especially especially the young generation, to know the
Yeah.
effect of what this could cause us in nearby future. Because we want a better society.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Solomon. You made the point and very well too about education. And Professor Oniron Oyekale on Tuesday will be discussing with us about digital literacy, and that's going to be a major component of it. So thank you again, Solomon, for your presentation and the response to the questions. Demola Lawal, are you ready? Lawal, are you ready? The man is gone. I trust. Maybe he has nothing to show. We're told that you can see the man just disappeared quickly. Oh, he's back. Do you have something here?
I'm ready, sir.
I thought you just ran away. Okay, Lawal, your presentations are always top class, so I'm waiting to listen to your presentation. Could be this. Let me see. What is this one? No, this is Uchenna's file. 753. Okay, Adimiwa Lawal, you have the floor now.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, class. On my second slide, I was trying to define what a cyberspace means. Since we are talking about cybersecurity, we all know that we are talking about the security of the internet users. So I'm moving on to the third slide where I said, what are the threats? So, like in Nigeria today, the biggest threat that we're facing is that of terrorism, organized terrorism, which is carried out by some set of people, mostly youths, that are bored or curious kids that are naive in what they are doing. And that of also the Yahoo boys that we have, trying to some other persons on the internet of their valuables. So these threats, they come in form of computer intrusion, which is also what hacking. And the other one we have denial of service, DOS, and then virus and worm deployment. So these are the form of how these threats are being carried out. I'm moving on to the fifth slide. To the fourth slide, rather. The fourth slide. What I said, the cleanup cost of cyber attacks. Then I listed some cyber attacks that are famous and the cost of cleaning them up. You see that it costs a whole lot of money when some organizations have been attacked, like that of the Volkswagen. When they were attacked, they spent a lot of money, a whole lot of money to clean up the cyber attack. Now, on to the next slide, the sixth slide. There's a virus called the Trojan horse virus. It's a means of attacking some vulnerable systems. So the Trojan horse virus is mostly spread using the email or software, like all these free games, or like Mr. Gbele said, when we buy all these free softwares in Alaba market and you install it, some of them come with what we call the Trojan virus. So it acts this .exe executable file at the back of it. So once you just launch it, you have already launched a secret service in your system. Because what this Trojan virus does is that it monitors the computer activity and installs backdoors, then transmit information to the hacker. So after you have installed that software that contains the Trojan virus into your system, sometimes it's sending screenshots of what is on your desktop to the hacker. So before you know it, the hacker knows a lot about you and can even access stuff like your bank account and wherever, and do a lot. Then the next one, on my next slide, which is the sixth slide, I talked about the denial of service. Now, in denial of service, what the hacker does is that you bombard your own system with a series of what we call zombies. Zombies. Bombard your system with not that and in that to deny the right access. Now the next one is spamming accounts. We have all talked about so spamming is just when they send junk mails to you to extract information from you. Maybe they send you a Google script or a form that is filling your bit of data wherever. The common one that is common right now is sending.
Your voice.
When we make our calls, when we send our messages, how are these people? WhatsApp had this issue of how confidential our messages are, where they have to allow the public to know that all messages sent on their server are being secured. So, we all have to know that what we send out to other users are very secure. So I'm moving on to the 10th slide, where I said information security threats. The forms. What is active?
You have 1 more minute, Lawa. 1 more minute.
Okay, some are due to our accident and mistakes. Some are due to because the compromising of intellectual property, act of espionage and co. So let me move to the 13th slide, where I talk about shoulder suffering. As there's an image there where a woman is using the ATM and someone is as a component of the information system.
You are stopping now in 30 seconds.
Okay. In the slide, I talked about encryption, where all messages sent to be encrypted so that some other person will not be able to interpret it unless the person is actually the authorized receiver. Then there are also ways of interpreting. When I talk about biometric devices, most of our mobile phones now use to interpret, use for voice and face recognition. So these are ways of making sure that our system.
All right, your time is up. Thank you very much, Lawal. Solomon, question for him. You have not used your time well again, Demola Lawal. You have not used your time well. Because others are presented before. All you needed to say is that, okay, the cyberspace, but all these ones you are defining, just you have galloped through them. The heart of the matter you have in your last couple of slides. That's where you should have spent your time rather than, waste time. So for next, when you are presenting like this, just make sure that you write on the back of those that are presented earlier. Solomon, your question.
Okay, thank you, sir. I want to ask, this encryption, how can everybody, because now they are aware that there's a process we can use to avert cybercrime. How can we indulge in it? Everybody, as people, as Nigerians, how can we be able to perform encryption in order to safeguard our information or data?
Thank you. Busayo.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lawa, for that wonderful presentation. I just want to ask, you talk about encryption. Is there any difference between encryption and encoding? And apart from that, apart from username and password, is there any other sensitive information most of these attackers or hackers are actually looking for when they attack our systems? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bile.
Well done, Mr. Ademola Lawal. I want to pick my question from your slide 2. The man trying to read a newspaper and trying to peep at the code the lady is trying to enter. Is there any generalized or standard meter for people to key up while trying to use the ATM?
Okay, thank you. Professor Yekale, can you still hear us? I can see you are still online, but we cannot hear you. Maybe you are hearing us. Okay, Deborah Lawa, can you respond to the 3 questions?
All right. That of Mr. Abraham. Most of our social medias now, they have an inbuilt software that takes care of encryption. Like our WhatsApp now, we all have verified codes individually. So all these messages have been encrypted automatically. So, but if you want to now send your message in an encrypted form, fine. The only thing is that you have a form of how to encode, and then the person that is receiving should also know what to do to decode that information. So in that way, you have encrypted in such a way that if another person steals that information, you will not be able to interpret it. But most of our social media already have this encryption in them.
Yeah, so, I think Solomon's question is, how does everybody in Nigeria, 200 million people, how do they, or those who are using the computer who maybe like about, or using some smartphone, some device that will ride on the internet as a platform, know how to encrypt? That's what he's asking. But he knows the answer. I mean, if you need to go to learn about how this thing is done, and if you don't know, then you ask. Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so on Mr. Abusayo, encryption is also the same as encoding. The only thing is that it's just one part, because in encryption we have the encoding phase and the decoding phase. So when an information is being encrypted, the sender will encode and the receiver will decode.
Good.
So that's just the difference. So on Mr.
Yeah.
Billy, you asked whether there is a meter. I think there is, but I'm not very, very sure. And I don't want to give you a wrong information, but I know that you are not supposed to be standing too close to the person using the ATM card. Using the ATM machine. And on all ATM, I think on most ATM machines, there's a sort of concave mirror on them in which you using can actually be able to see what is happening in your back. So what will just happen is that anytime that we are using the ATM machine, we should make use of that mirror to see if the person at our back is fine or too close to us. So I don't know if there is specified.
Okay. I will answer that. Nothing specified in a number of cases. By the way, I don't go to ATM. I just do some online transactions, and you find that the people are back to back because they're in a rush to collect their money. And I think a good thing is for you to frequently change your PIN, so that even if somebody has cramped or spied your PIN, I mean, if you change it as frequently as you can, that will be it. That brings us to the end. Jeremiah, I'm told, is standing by somewhere, but I cannot see him. I cannot. Can you see Jeremiah?
No, sir.
We can't see him. Yeah, we can't see him. So he will come into the next class. Just tell him that his presentation will be made the next class. You have all done very well, and we have looked at different dimensions of cybersecurity. I'm going to show you the program of the cybersecurity conference that we attended, and I was able to meet with an Israeli who has set up a cybersecurity training outfit here in Lagos. And I've told him that I'm going to send all of you to him to give you practical hands-on experience of how to cyber detect and protect. I don't have his car right here, but he's expecting you people. By next week, I will firm up the thing. So it's not just theoretically describing this thing, talking about them in a lecture like this, and just having some theoretical knowledge. Having practical knowledge of this thing is the way to go. And just on the side, after the conference in Abuja, I intervened in about 3 panels. I couldn't attend one, but I had to send one of the vice chancellors that I superintend to be there. And the other 2, I was there. And I indicated what progress or lack of it is being made in terms of cybersecurity in our educational system. Now, I also will be part of this training in Lagos, but you go first. But more importantly, I've informed my former school, MIT in Cambridge, US, that I'll spend a week with them to learn a few things about this, and I'll be going to Delhi sometime in January. I want to go and take a course. It's called CEH. By the way, I have one son who has a PhD in computer engineering, specializing in all these cybersecurity matters. So CEH is Certified Ethical Hacking. It's a certificate that you get, when you've run through. It's a very rigorous thing. I'm hoping I'll do it in 2 weeks and do the exam and get the CEH. I will encourage you people to start thinking about specializing in cybersecurity with regard to educational systems. So now time to bring the class to a close. Our next class will be, God willing, on Tuesday. Professor Niro Oyekale will be our guest lecturer. I'll give you another topic that we'll be working on by tomorrow. So from my side of town, it is bye-bye. All right, good night. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Sir, I am your project student, sir.
Yes, I know.
Say that.
Yes. I've asked people to go ahead. No, I've asked people to go ahead. But what I've failed to do is to get the 2 of you to really train you on how to do this thing. You have done well in your efforts.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So I think you just go ahead and implement. Go ahead and implement, yes.
Okay.
All right.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Again, good night and bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye, sir.
All right, thank you very much.
Bye-bye, sir.
Okay.